Hey everybody, happy 2018. Hope your New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all the holiday stuff, whatever you were doing, whoever you were with, went well and safe. And with all this crazy cold temperatures we've been having across the country, that everyone's staying warm and hopefully not getting as sick or injured or anything. I happened to call out of work today because I woke up sick as a dog. I don't know if it was something I ate or what, because I was feeling fine all weekend. So it was probably something I ate or drank or whatever. Anyways, back to the artwork stuff. Basically, I kind of disappeared through the last half of 2017 since I was looking for that one job that kind of suited all of my purposes financially, could pay all my bills and allow me to focus more on my artwork. And I was able to find that in the last few months of 2017, and it was just changing my life up. The food, like eating different times, routinely sleeping, sleep patterns, life, basically everything had to change. I completely switched up the industry that I'm in, and I just had to do it for the financial aspects. And now it took me a few months. I really thought it would be easier to adapt to that, but it wasn't for me this go around. Just life, stress, other stuff that you just deal with as a person, and it just took me this long to really get to this point where I feel that like that I actually physically feel the energy to do this again. So I know I filmed a bunch of stuff throughout the end of 2017, but I never really posted it. I put stuff on Instagram for the work in progress of the things I was slowly working on when I found the energy last year. But I'm hoping, it's not real resolution or anything, I'm just hoping to be a hell of a lot more involved in the artwork side of my life um, this year than I was last year, and especially going forward. Like, given how active I was creatively and artistically in 2015 and 16 compared to 2017, it's kind of a shame. Me personally, at least, I look at it, but I understand why. Like in hindsight, I understand what was going on and how it affected me, and I saw how far-reaching it really was. But that's what happens when you completely switch your life up. When like everything about your life changes because of what you're trying to do. So, anyways, the one thing that I know I've shown a bit of on Instagram and Facebook is what I've been calling the Warhol Project. Mainly, if you don't already know, which most of you probably don't, it's really just because when I saw this colored cardstock, it was a stupidly good deal for sale on Michael's the first time, and just the color combinations when I thought of it with the drawings that I've been doing kind of reminded me in my head for some reason somehow of Andy Warhol's type of the pop art that he was doing with different portraits of people that were put together and printed, colored in, painted, whatever you want to call it, different ways, and then all put together as one piece of artwork. And that's just kind of, it was like a tenth of a second or a few seconds or whatever, but it was just a random thought, and then when I was thinking about it, okay, I'll call it that. I might come up with a better name, but whatever. For right now, that's what it is. But anyways, I've drawn the first 5 of those drawings, and I've made the color palettes for them. That this time I didn't do anything random. I chose the colors for each piece for the paper for the background. I didn't want anything to really stand out too much from the other ones, but you can see that they're all roughly in the same either color group, tone, hue, or just straight up color, or they're just in the same spectrum of whether it's cool or whether it's warm tones. That I wanted, like I said, paper that kind of, at least for the background of these things, that they worked well together aesthetically. Which it's artwork, it's all supposed to be aesthetically pleasing in theory. Some people's artwork can be aesthetically, make you want to throw up or some shit. But that's a different story. Anyways, you see, I got this little guy. Nothing too complex with that one. But each one of these drawings, too, I kind of did something new for me. I just pushed it either a little more curves or more circles that I'm used to putting on these. I typically go with a little more linear shapes and geometrically, not too many curves, but I'm trying to expand my horizons. It's not like I don't like curves, don't like doing all these different things, but they're just doing something new. That's one of the other things I wanted to do with this project, is I just wanted to do some new stuff with it, new to me. I know I'm not the first person to have these ideas or make artwork that looks like this, as far as line-based artwork or geometric-based artwork or artwork with this variety of shapes, this variety of colors. So it's not like it's completely original, but this combination, this context, and everything else is my own. And that's how you make stuff your own. You don't have to make something completely brand new, but it might just be a new way of looking at things, or a new way of combining them to make something new. It's not like I invented sliced bread, but if you invent a new sandwich, it's your sandwich. You didn't invent the products that go into the sandwich, you just invented a new sandwich. What that has to do with artwork, I don't fucking know. I'm on a lot of drugs right now to try to get over being sick. So, anyways, I'm just fucking around at this point. But no, the only thing that I did besides the project, I got kind of bored. I kept wanting to color these drawings in, so I stopped and I made this guy. Just, what's this, 18 by 24? Yeah, something like that. But you can see I ran out of color on this side. Being an idiot, not really being an idiot, but I failed to make sure I had enough color of the specific colors that I wanted to use in the pens that I had before I started. This is the second time I've done this with green. I did it with a line drawing, smaller size, but multiple green shades, and I did the exact same thing, and it took me like 6 months to finish that work because I didn't want to spend the money to buy the pens. For this one, it's going to cost me up to $60 to finish this. If I can find some smaller packs of gel pens, right now, the only pack that I know of that has that specific shade of that pen comes in a 100 pack, and I have to buy it for $20 a piece off Amazon. They do have two smaller sizes, so hopefully I'm going to do some research and see if those smaller size packs have that shade in them, and if they do, they're like $10 a piece or $8 a piece, and I can save myself some money and still finish that thing. But now all I have to do, the next thing that I'm working on is I gotta get these originals scanned and printed onto the cardstock that I've chosen, and then I'll start coloring those in and drawing them and updating y'all on how this is going, and I'll start making the next 5 or 6 or whatever. It just seems like doing 5 at a time is pretty good before I go and do a round of prints of them. So I'm just going to keep making these original uncolored masters, essentially, of the drawings for this project, and then I'm going to keep choosing what cardstock it goes on until this entire thing, this entire thing is done. And I'm thinking the second wave of them, the second set of 5, I'm going to do more randomly. Like I'll pick a bunch of cardstock out of it, and I'll shuffle it together randomly and see whatever it falls is what the colors get used as. So we'll see how that goes. And so I'll have one that's a little more organized, and the second wave of it is going to be a little more random. And we'll see how it all works. It'll be interesting to see the finished product, and hopefully people like them. There's going to be something for everybody in this as far as colors go and pictures and all this, and I'm hoping to, my thought process right now with it is once I have the cardstock done, like not just the originals, but once the whole thing is done and painted, I can go and make scans of the finished cardstock with the shape and whatever other colors I put into it, and I could have individual prints of those made if people just wanted one or two of them, and then I'll also have the prints and the original works of all 5, 6, 8, whatever, in each series, series from each individual work. So there'll be multiple ways to enjoy it, and hopefully people will buy them, and I'll be able to at least get to the one of the goals that I've always had with my artwork is I want to get to this point where it's self-sufficient, where it's funding itself and paying for itself. Obviously, I need to be more active in my art process, creation, showing it, trying to sell it. And those last two, even though I've done a bit here and there, I've also had a lead on the largest piece that I made, the full-on, was it 6 canvases put together? I think it was 6, it might be 5. But it's the blue and purple giant line drawing that I did last year. And there was a little bit of interest in it. It was too pricey for them though, and I just couldn't swing what I was asking for it. And the thing took me like 6 months to do, so it's not like I'm asking an insane amount of money, but I'm definitely asking a lot more than I'd have for anything before. And if I sold that, that would definitely be the most expensive work of art I've sold to date in my life. And it would almost even out. That I think selling that one would make me, as far as for materials, money I've spent on materials and everything for all of this, it would basically make me break even, pretty damn close to it. So hopefully I'll get some more leads like that in 2018, and hopefully, whether it's an Etsy page, whether it's just being a little more out there and active with trying to sell my artwork in any way, I'll make some strides in that this year. And if they can really turn this from this hobby that I've had since I was a kid into something that actually helps me make money and pay off my student loans and get to my dream of being debt-free, or at least help me finance the next step of my life somehow. So that's kind of a good way to look at it. So I'm going to get back to, really didn't have anything planned for the rest of the day. I just finally sat down and figured I'd have a minute to make this video. But I'm going to get back to doing whatever the hell I was going to do next. I'll probably think of it in a bit. If not, I'll probably just sit here and start drawing up some more designs, or watch a movie or something, and just relax and try to feel better. Either way, I hope you all have a good week, and if you're not following me on any of the social media, Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, it's kind of all linked together, so if you're on one, you can find me on the others. But if you're just watching this on YouTube, then thanks for checking it out. Hope you enjoy it. Obviously, I know I talked for a bit here. Most of my videos, especially when I really get into it, has showing a lot more artwork. It'd be nice for me to try to put some more artwork related videos on there. But if you view any of the posts that I made in 2016, that's kind of how this whole video blog, I still feel weird saying vlog, it just sounds weird, but these video series is about my life as an artist, not just showing the artwork and being like, look what I did, look what I can do. That's cool, but I'm not trying to monopolize my time with doing all these videos. I'm just trying to use it as another tool, kind of talking to myself, and hopefully somebody watches it so I don't feel like I'm talking to just myself. But it helps me as far as artistically. It's just another way to show my artwork and get it out there. But like I said, it's not my intention to go overboard with it. We'll put it that way. I don't know how long I'm really going to be able to keep this up, but we'll see how it goes. Y'all have a good one.